Yo guys, it's me, Matrix here, coach of the Welsh Wooloos. We are bringing you the fourth week of the Chill Battle League, I believe it's called, the CBL, hosted by Gert Bilbo himself. This week we face Mr. White Rabbit and his St. Lucie Luxrays. Interesting week. Rabbit has been absolutely dominating the singles format so far. I think he's 3-0. And to be quite honest, quite scared to face him. I don't know if this is going to work very well, this team, but we'll run through what I've got. We've got Master Chubbs here, which is basically able to still hit with Volcanion because of obviously Volcanion gets Steam Eruption and like high chance of burn. So it can hit with Facade through the burn, Earthquake, Heat Crash, and Darkest Lariat. Just neutral coverage against most things, to be honest. All these moves cover for most of the opponent's mons. We'll get to the item in a minute, the Chuppleberry. I'll say that for last. Milotic with Toxic, Recover, Scald, and Dragon Pulse. Toxic is able to help me stall out the Volcanion a bit with Milotic, because the Milotic is EV'd in the fact that it can... I don't think it can be two-shot from any of Volcanion's moves, and I think it's got enough defense investment that it can live a Plasma Fist from Zeraora as well. At least a Jolly Zeraora. Which I think he still has to do because of Jolteon. I don't know. I've got Jolteon and Ribombee, which are quite fast mons. I think he kind of has to go Jolly for them. So yeah, it should live a hit from a Plasma Fist. But we're running it with the Marvel Scale with leftovers Marvel Scale so that if he does get burned from like Steam Eruption, because it's a solid switch in Milotic for Volcanion, then if I get burnt, then it boosts my defense up, and leftovers is just there to counteract any burns or to give Milotic a lot more health, like just gradual recovery. We are bringing Lando Cloud with the Pasho Berry. Yeah, it seems like I've got a lot prepped for the Volcanion, but it is a scary mon. It allows me to basically live and attack from the Volcanion relatively confidently, and as long as it's not Specs or Life Orb. And able to do decent damage with Earth Power to pretty much Oko, either Zeraora or Volcanion. Knockoff is always good, especially against like Banded Scizor and stuff like that. Rock Polish just to get myself up to a speed where it outspeeds Zeraora, if I can get that off. Sheer Force as usual. And we've got Zip Zap Zop, Jolteon with Light Screen, Reflect, Wish, and Volt Switch. This basically gets hard walled by Zeraora, so I've got to be careful of that. But getting screens up and then a Wish or something is really good. It is likely just to increase the turns of those screens. Light Screen is good to help my mons deal with Volcanion. Reflect is good against Zeraora and Scizor, and all those other mons as well. We've got Cookie, which is a nice physical switch in, able to take a lot of physical hits. Obviously, with Battle Armor, really nice. Black Sludge as usual. Earthquake, Poison Jab, Knockoff, 3 good moves. Taunt is good for certain mons. Obviously, I can't use it against like a Aromatisse, but like a Aromatisse, I just Poison Jab anyway. Knockoff and Poison Jab. And then we've got Star Wars, the Jirachi, nice little Jirachi here. It's got Calm Mind and Ancient Power and Flash Cannon. I kind of wanted Moonblast on it, but can't have Moonblast with Ancient Power. Can't get it onto my Ancient Power Star Jirachi. So we're going for Calm Mind here. Potentially set up against mons like Aromatisse. Can't really set up too much against Claydol, I don't think, because I haven't really got the recovery outside of leftovers. But getting some Ancient Powers off onto stuff like Aromatisse could be really good. 20% chance to Omni Boost. And then Flash Cannon, it just hits a lot of his mons, but obviously got to be careful. And Fire Punch is literally just there so I don't get walled out by Scizor. I am able to take I think I'm 2-hit KO, maybe 3-hit KO off a banded U-turn Scizor, but we'll see. And yeah, that's the team. The only one I'm a little bit unsure on at the moment is this Snorlax. I can't decide if I want it to be AV to just deal with the special mons a little bit more, or if I want it to have the Choppleberry, because the Choppleberry really helps against close combat for Zeraora, superpower from Banded Scizor, and that means I'd be able to live a scissor hit and go for a heat crash. Um, and I think Choppleberry might be better just so that I can live those fighting type coverage against it. Um, to allow me to do more, like with the earthquakes and stuff against the Zorora. Like if I've taken a bit of chip, then I'll live a close combat guaranteed with Choppleberry, and Earthquake might be able to pick up a KO on a chipped Zorora with it being -1 then. And Scizor again being -1 in defense. Well, Heat Crash just absolutely wipes it through. But yeah. And the only reason why I'm running Dragon Pulse on Milady is just so that I can chip down some of his mons like Volcanion and stuff without having to go for a water absorb, like as a water absorb. And Toxic is there in case I'm against like Milotic versus one of his ground ground mons, water weak to water, and then I can just Scald onto the water instead of going for Scald into an obvious water absorb. I can go for a Toxic instead and catch it on the switching. I could have gone for Protect, but I really didn't want to be. I like having an alternate damage option there. But yeah, we're just waiting for Rabbit at this point. I'm still so undecided on this close combat. On this Choppleberry, it's really difficult to figure out. Like it's got high defense investment anyway, Snorlax, but like his physical mons are. He's got a lot of physical offense, really. Like he could go for a close combat with Obstagoon as well, which would be really annoying. So it's like he's got Zeraora, he's got Obstagoon, he's got Throw, he's got Scizor. Decidueye doesn't really get a fighting type move, so I'm not overly worried about Decidueye, but he's got a lot of potential for like strong physical fighting type moves. Like I am thick fat, so like fire type from Ninetales isn't going to be too bad. Volcanion's not awful. Tornadus might hit me with a Focus Blast, but it's a special mon. I'm not too worried. And then you've got mons like Claydol and Spiritomb and Aromatisse, and I don't feel too threatened, especially by those mons. Like it is just Volcanion that I've got to be careful of. And if I just might as well just whilst I'm waiting for him. Like if you look at the Volcanion damage, if it's specs, it is two-shotting me as Snorlax. So that is an issue, I suppose. It's two-shotting Snorlax at the moment with most of my like Steam Eruption, which means I can't exactly reliably switch in. You guys can't see this. You guys are just watching that. But yeah, like Steam Eruption at the moment is doing a two-shot, wherefore Earthquake is also two-shotting his Volcanion. I do feel like I have a lot for the Volcanion though. Like I've got Milotic, which is a solid switch in for it. Steam Eruption could be annoying, but that's only if it's choice spec. Like if it's running no damage boosting items and is modest, then it's three-shotting my Snorlax as it stands. It's only able to two-shot if it's got like Life Orb or Mystic Water. So yeah, and even then, Mystic Water becomes it's a 90% chance to hit KO. I can't imagine him running Mystic Water. I imagine it could be Life Orb, Specs, or Life Orb, Specs, or Scarf. But I don't know. As long as I can like live a hit, I should be okay. I do want to just double check though. Like, what is Eruption like? What's the chances of it hit it like burning? I can never remember. 30% chance to burn me, but it's got a chance to miss as well. So yeah, it's rough. I think it's always going to be rough because Rabbit is a good player. Very good at he's been doing really well with the singles. I just think that I'm sorry, losing my thoughts. And I do have the screens for reducing special attack, physical attack. So like an 8 turns is a lot longer than you think, as long as it's not being like really stally. Like I'm not being too stally. 8 turns can be a lot for a screens to be up, although it would be a case of like I'd have lost 2 turns just by setting the screens and then vault switching out, or if he swaps in Aurora, then vault switch doesn't work, and then I have to do something hard switching. And yeah, it's okay. Snorlax takes the Earth Power pretty well behind screens, even without the AV. It becomes like 10 to 12% from Volcanion, which is nice. Steam Eruption does 20 to 28%. So I think it's okay to be running Choppleberry just in case. It just helps me survive in case those screens have ended. I can survive a close combats from 1 or 2 mons or a superpower here and there. I don't remember what the coverage of Obstagoon is, but if I just have a quick look to see if it does get fighting type moves. I know I've got to be careful of like Defiant, which is kind of why I've stopped on the Guts side of thing. Stopped with Sticky Webs. I was going to bring Sticky Webs for speed control, but I wasn't a big fan of it here, like Rabombi doing much of. Yeah, it gets like close combat, brick break, body press, bulk up, cross chop, counter, low kick. Yeah, it's got a lot of it against Snorlax. Low kick probably does just as much to Snorlax as close combat does, to be honest. Which makes sense, like if he was to bring it. Yeah, like low kick and close combat do the exact same amount of damage to Snorlax. Only one doesn't reduce just his own stats. So I can imagine low kick being brought on Obstagoon if he comes. So that's the idea. He's got a few things I can Calm Mind in front of with Jirachi. Which is the idea. Although a lot of his passive mons do still do have got a lot of stab against me, which is kind of annoying. It is nice to be able to set up in front of like a Ramatis though, who's a really prominent like Wish user. So Jirachi's just got to be a little bit careful. It's nice against like Tornadus. It's good against like Throw. Claydol's a bit iffy because of Earth Power. Ramatis it can definitely set up on all day, which is nice because it's more of a wish pass user. And although I can technically set up a Spiritomb, like if Spiritomb gets like a Calm Mind off and then Dark Pulses, it's kind of annoying to deal with. And Jirachi isn't exactly. Jirachi might lose that battle there. Which is kind of annoying why I wanted the Moonblast for Spiritomb, but we can get some flash cannons and 20% chances to drop or 20% chances for Omni boosts, and thanks to a Swing Grace. But yeah, we shall leave it there for a minute. This intro's already gone on for like 13 minutes whilst I'm waiting. Sorry guys, it's such a long introduction. I will speak to you guys in a bit when the battle is over. Catch you in a bit. Or not when the battle's over, when we connect up. Catch you in a bit. Hello, peoples. We are here. And I am still none the wiser as to what the hell I'm going to lead against Rabbit. Oh, dear Lord. I got no idea. All right, we're sticking with the Choppleberry. Might come to bite me in the backside. I've got an idea for most of my calcs, just not all of them. Okay, Zorora, Volcanion. I thought there'd be an Obstagoon. Scizor. Ninetales with a Sun. Could probably do a lot to Jirachi. I don't know what outspeed. Where's the opportunity to set it with Lando? Maybe Zorora can set up against, because Obstagoon is a bit annoying. I don't know if it gets ice coverage. Not a great deal of places to set up, I will admit. And Decidueye is a good switch in for like Lando. With Leaf Blade being able to do a lot. I think I might just start with Jolteon to get some sort of screen up. Probably switch into the Drapion, which can tank a few hits, and then go from there. I don't know if this is a good lead. Zorora is the obvious swap it in at some point. He hasn't got any way to set up any hazards, which is nice. He has got a lot of mons to remove hazards, but I'm not bringing them. He could just, I don't know what he does actually. He's got a few physical, a few specials. It's okay. Let's see what he does. Okay, so I had a feeling Obstagoon might be the one he brings. If this is Choice Scarf, it'd be actually kind of annoying. But we're going to go for a Reflect straight away. Oh, that's fine. You can go for a Parting Shot. I'm not planning on sticking around. So it is Choice Scarf. And what does he bring out? Does he bring out Zorora now to take the electric type move? Sizzle. Okay. So we set the Reflect up. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch. He could go for a Sword Stance, but he doesn't. That's fine. Volt Switch into you, crits through the special attack drop. Damn. Bring out you. Yeah, I'll bring out Cookie. Drop-in's just a nice... Ooh, Sandtomb, okay. That's slightly annoying, I will admit. Didn't even know that got a Sandtomb. That leftover sizzle. That's pretty cool. And I'm stuck in now, I can't switch out. That's okay. I'm gonna go for a knockoff here. Maybe he thinks I have Fire Fang on this. Hopefully switches out. That'd be nice. Could go for a slow U-turn though as well. Okay, that's fine. Volcanion? Bam Bam? Yeah, Volcanion. Nice. So we at least remove this thing's item. Assault Vest. Nice, nice. I thought Volcanion would either be damage boosting or Assault Vest. We're going to go for an Earthquake here. We haven't got light screen up, I know, but I am faster. That's decent damage there. Oh, crit again? Earth Power. I should live. But I don't know if I live. Well, Black Sludge Recovery. I could save Cookie. What's he got that switches in on an Earthquake? Decidui, maybe? Does he really want this mon to go down here? I'm going to read that knockoff will KO. Yep. Oh, Archimedes. Yes. I thought he might just bring in this here. Nice, nice. This could be big damage. Very nice. And removes the Choice Scarf as well, which could be huge because I'm pretty sure I've got this outspeeding you, regardless of what you do. So, what does he do? Obstagoon doesn't really want to switch on that. Don't really need to poison jab anything, so if I just go for another knockoff, to be honest. Remove the Robin Hood, which is nice because if that's his only ground type switching really for Lando. And Volcanion is now within range of pretty much any of my mons that are faster than it. Because I think Volcanion's speed is 1-3 max speed anyway, which it won't be max speed. Is between 1-2-2 and 1-3-4. So that's okay. So Obstagoon comes out. It is going to be choiced. Does it go for a ground type move here? That is the question. Well, if it was a ground type move, it might have done it in Zip Zap Zop. Don't really have a defensive switch in outside of. And I think I've still got some screens. So I might just go for a poison jab here. This does have Ice Punch. Was worried for that for Landorus, to be honest. And if I have one more turn, I probably got Shook Off. Oh, yeah, so it is Choice Scarf, I was right. Let's go for a knockoff to remove the Choice Scarf. Come on, Drapion. You're doing me well so far. So he either has to go for an Ice Punch or switches out. He knows that Ice Punch isn't going to KO. So, yeah. Foxy Cleo. Oh, so this is Ninetales now. So we're going to get the knockoff on Ninetales, which is really nice. Solar Beam to Milotic could be a bit of an issue. Air Balloon. Oh, nice. So pop the balloon. I imagine it's got Scorching Sands on this. I'm going to swap in Massive Chubs because I think Chubs can take a hit. And I kind of want Drapion around because if it's doing well for pressuring a few of his mons. Oh, nice. Thick Fat. That's nice. Again, he doesn't really have any mons to switch in on an Earthquake here. Like, Earthquake's going to do a lot of damage to anything here, so I'm just going to go for an Earthquake. He could go for a Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, I should have gone for the Facade. But it's fine. We go for Facade from here on out. Like, Earthquake here does as much damage as a non-Facade boosted Will-O-Wisp, so... Maybe he switches in something. But... I kind of wish I had Assault Vest now. Okay, that's fine. Whatever switches in, I've removed the Ghost type. It's going to take a lot from this Facade. This Obstagoon is going to take a lot. Just not enough. I think I live a close combat though. I think it was doing 80% without the Choppleberry. So I should live. Okay, parting shot. Okay, that's fair. So annoying that it still has that scarf on it. I don't know what he brings in, really. So whatever he brings in is going to be taking a chunk from this. Okay, this is Aurora. I think I'm okay to just go for another Facade. Because if he goes for a close combat, I live. And that should 2-hit KO. Yes. Choppleberry. Don't be adamant. Should do about 40%. Oh, not even. Not even. Wouldn't even KO'd me. This Facade should KO here. Nice one, nice one. And the fact that he's lost his Ghost type as well is really nice. That's freed up Jolteon, so I'm not going to be 1v1 with Jolteon at the end, which is nice. Zoidberg. Back to Sizzle. Superpower here will KO, which is annoying, and this is my only fire type move other than Star Wars. I think we just let Massive Chubs go down, to be honest, and go for a Heat Crash. Oh, Sword Stance. Alright, this Heat Crash won't do as much as I wanted it to, but like 50% is still going to be a lot. Not even 50%. This is a bulky Sizzle. He's kind of pressured to attack me here. I don't think he can do anything. Yeah, Bullet Punch is fine. If he KOs me, he KOs me. Because I just bring... Okay, crit. I think Bullet Punch would have KO'd anyway. But he's got Sand Tune, which ain't going to KO Jirachi, Sword Stance, and Bullet Punch. So I think Jirachi's okay to come out and just... Well, I'm torn between going for Star Wars and just going for the Fire Punch raw, because Bullet Punch isn't going to KO. Or if I go for Zip Zap Zop and set up another Reflect. I'll go for the Jirachi. This is a bulky Sizzle, so it is a bit worrisome. But Ninetales could be a decent switch in here. Depends really what he does. But will he remove the... I've chipped a lot of his mons, but not enough yet. Not enough. And I've lost my switch in for Ninetales, which is annoying. Come on, Fire Punch KO. Yeah, nice. You get the KO and Sizzle, which means I can get rid of Jirachi again, because Ninetales should come out here. And I don't really want to be dealing with Ninetales. I don't know if I take a sun boosted heat wave though. That's the other issue. My Milotic is good for like scalding, but I should live a solar beam, really, shouldn't it? Shouldn't it? As long as it's not a crit, I should live. Does he make the hard read? No, he doesn't. So heat waves. Oh, solar beam might KO actually. I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of getting a Skull off onto his Volcanion. So I think I'm just going for a Dragon Pulse. Okay, so Solar Beam does come out. Does it KO? That's the question. And is my Landorus faster than a Ninetales? I don't think it is. Like, I haven't got a lot of speed on my Landorus. Okay, so Solar Beam isn't KOing, which is nice. Dragon Pulse should KO. Okay. I couldn't risk the... I couldn't risk that there. They swapped in Volcanion and get us back up to health. It was a bad position to be in otherwise. No, he's got Obstagoon, Volcanion. I'm just going to recover here, to be honest. He's only got Obstagoon and Volcanion left. Just get some more health on me. Because I'm pretty sure this Volcanion cannot 1v1 my Milotic, like, at all. Unless he gets special defense drops. So I kind of just want to be in a position where I can do stuff to the Obstagoon pretty handily with Milo. So we're going to go for the Dragon Pulse here. Gets the KO. This is why I put Dragon Pulse and Milotic. It was so much easier to just do that than Toxic Stall out if I only had Toxic on there, or Flip Turn. If I only had water moves, then it just would have been better off. And then I should be okay against this Obstagoon, to be honest. Like, Drapion should be able to come back in. Well, it's so weak now. Like, just go for the Skull, even in Sun. KO. Thunder Punch. I should live this. Yeah, like, don't paralyze. Yeah. GG's, Rabbit. GG's. Some lucky crits off the start went my way. And but yeah, the screens at the start for Drapion and Snorlax for Drapion was just huge, getting that reflect up turn 1 with Jolteon. Drapion just taking them hits off his team, and then Snorlax, being as bulky as it was, having the facade ready for that Will-O-Wisp from Ninetales, so it could still do some damage output. And then just getting that Chopper Berry activation, although it didn't really matter too much because he actually massively lived that close combat off that Zeraora, even without the Chopper Berry. But it was nice because that meant it was still around to be taking damage from his other mons whilst I still kept chipping away. I think it was a good read that he was switching out the Volcanion on the Snorlax into the Decidueye. I like expecting he had to kind of switch out because he saw that it wasn't doing enough damage to Snorlax, and I would probably do a big chunk to him with the Earthquake or to the Ninetale, sorry, or whatever it was, and just that was with the Drapion. Yeah, the Earth Power just wasn't enough damage to Drapion. I was faster. You kind of had to swap it out if you wanted to, and that's why I was quite happy to just go for the knockoff there, expecting the switching to be the only ground type resist he brought. But no, that was really good game. I'm just glad to have finally getting a little bit more traction behind me this season. We started off pretty weak with a 2-0, 2 losses back to back. Managed to pick up a win against Guma, and then I've just taken down the only player who is yet to take a loss. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Thanks for the game, Rabbit. Speak to you next time. Peace out, guys. Bye.